If we want to be really sustainable in aviation and have zero carbon emissions, it is paramount that we harness the power of hydrogen. FASTER-H2 is a project about integrating big liquid hydrogen tanks inside the aircraft at the rear of the fuselage. When we started, we knew rather little about hydrogen, how it behaves, how complex it is. And from that point on, we started to investigate on our activities and making tests to validate all the designs, and is that we had to demonstrate to continue with the development of the technologies and being able to, at some point in time, launch the development of a hydrogen aircraft.
Being the project leader for FASTER-H2, if I look now 3 years back, I learned a lot. And it was not easy and a big learning field for all of us. If you want to go in the details, if you want to push new technologies for a fuselage in that case, with hydrogen integration, it is so complex you cannot do it alone, and therefore you need a lot of partners. Clean Aviation made it possible to bring a lot of companies about Europe together. Companies, universities, institutes and industrial partners. The result of the project is now we are able to share this new knowledge of technologies internal and externally to enable a next generation of aircraft.
In FASTER-H2, we are really taking care of the integration of the hydrogen systems into the empennage and the fuselage. We are responsible of doing data quality check to make sure that the data gathered is really perfectly used, and then this feedback is then mirrored back into the project where we, in this work package I'm responsible of, are able to interpret the results and then to provide feedback which decision to take.
DLR played a central role, acting as a catalyst for collaboration across multiple work packages. We focused on developing and validating key technologies for hydrogen integration, from advanced welding and tank mounting to crash safety and structural analysis. We connected simulation with real-world design solutions. People should care because this is about the future of flight, a future where air travel is sustainable. FASTER-H2 isn't just about building aircraft, it's about taking flight towards a truly sustainable aviation system. And that's a journey worth taking.
No one has really built an aircraft in that size on a commercial scale and considered the aircraft onboard system. And what we did is we developed a methodology to support the engineer in the decision-making to select which technology to use for the aircraft onboard systems. The knowledge gained, of course, can be reused in, first of all, for us as academia, in lecturing the next generation of engineers and using that knowledge to directly train the future of engineering. But of course we will also use that for future projects, also in discussions with industry to improve the development of further sustainable aircraft.
We were involved in the development of structures, and one was focusing on thermoplastic materials in order to mature this technology to be able to produce at a high rate and low cost. And with the support of other partners, we would provide by the end of the project a complete demonstrator. I think that green aviation is feasible from a technical standpoint, but needs to be a very, very intense alignment between all the players.
At INTA we have learned, we have been going to a point that we know the problems. Now we need to go to the next point to make the solutions. So we have learned a lot about the global view. So from from the materials, from the sensors, from the tank, also from system parts. And now we are able to go more in detail. FASTER-H2 made a good step ahead to have there the first good solutions, ideas on a very broad band. So this is something absolutely important.
I'm really happy to say that FASTER-H2 has contributed to this development, and we managed to make the project advance, deliver most of the targets that we had at the beginning, and made the science advance on this task of harnessing the power of hydrogen.
You know what, my feeling is very positive. I like it to see that aircraft fly as a child. You know, if you build something completely new, it motivates you. But we know all the politics, all the environments, and maybe it's not the right time to finish it, but we are prepared to do it for the future, for the next generation. And that is amazing for all of us.